freaking creeper noise? What was that?
Dude, I was just laughing, but also trying to like stop laughing at the same time.
Valid. Here we go. I found the link.
So I ended up going.
Alright, I'm gonna drop the link, then I'll give it a second, then I'll start. Just doing whatever.
Where are you dropping it?
Just in the streams. Probably be a little bit till we get people actually flown into here, but well, the board looks sick on the frickin' stream at least, so that worked out. But let me just test all the graphics and stuff while I've got everything kind of.
So do you have the audio going?
I do. I was just. I mean, there's
Oh.
nobody in here yet. Give it a second before. I mean, we can do all the intro stuff whenever. We'll do it when the national anthem's just blaring in our ears.
Why is Emu just like picking whoever he feels like?
Emu is slightly brain dead.
So it's just like pick your team, bud. It's not hard.
Not that difficult. I don't want to be on Wisconsin. Oh, I gotta remove the freaking wall.
You idiot, bro. The Great Wall of Wisconsin.
Great Wall of Wisconsin. Is there literally nobody else for Wisconsin right now?
We can't have a forfeit in the conference championship.
Yeah, if you want to, you can OTO it and then we can do all the intro stuff, I guess.
Yeah, OTO it after kickoff. If you do it before kickoff, it just breaks the game.
Yeah. I can still hear the planes going. There we go. King Swift. That's a slept-on storyline this year. He's back now.
Is it even a storyline?
Not really. Nobody's talking about it. That's why it's slept on.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a difference between slept on and just not a story.
Look at this kickoff formation. Incredible. Alright, we can OTO it. Emu can bench whoever the heck.
Or OTO.
But yeah, first, we already got some viewers in the streams. So welcome to the stream. This has become a very highly anticipated game in the past 24 hours for absolutely no reason at all. A lot of beef going on between these two teams, and what's your take on that, Michael?
Well, look, I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. They haven't really had much competition before this. Wisconsin coming in as the clear favorite, but we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, definitely. And we saw Wisconsin face Missouri earlier this year, and they were down 18 going into the second half, but as Missouri is well familiar with, they had to suffer that second half curse, and Wisconsin pieced together a 22-point comeback to win that game. So definitely not out of reach for this Missouri team, but as we see the first play of the game about to begin here, Small's back at quarterback for, I believe, the 6th time this season. And just get a preview of how he's performing so far this season. We've seen some incredible incredible performances from him. We see him go back to take the snap. Already being pushed very far back. Tries to throw it to Joseph. Nearly picked off. He holds on to it. Catches it at the 30. And he's still trying to go, but gets tackled right around the 15. And what's your take on kind of Joseph and how he's performed so far this season?
Well, you have to question how much of it's the wide receiver and how much of it's the quarterback. Smalls has been the Heisman favorite for a while now, headed into this game. And, Joseph and Ninos might have played a big part of that, or Smalls have played a big part of that into how they've done as a wide receiver.
Yeah, very good point. We see this game once again under delay, so let's get a closer look at some of Small's stats here real quick. Looking at 48% for completions this season, which it's got to be nice knowing that your guy at quarterback, he can throw it up, and half the time it's going to be a completion. He's also well leading the league in yards at well over 4,000 currently, and then 31 touchdowns, and then just at 16 int. So one of the only positive touchdown int ratios in the league. But yes, he has shown a very strong game so far. Discord enabled my streamer mode, so now I can't edit any of my settings. Back underway here. Here's Smalls. Looking for something in the red zone here. Throws it to King short. He gets the ball, but he cannot hold on to it. Nice tackle by Patrick Mahomes there. And Patrick Mahomes, he had some, I don't know why I'm calling him Patrick Mahomes, but he had some very, very recognizable votes for Defensive Player of the Year as far as the conference, all conference awards went. Smalls in the red zone looking for a pass. Throws it to Ninos, but really no effort there to grab it. 3rd and 10 now, sitting at the 17-yard line. Can Wisconsin piece together a score on this first drive? King a bit slow to start. Smalls looking for a man back. He's getting pushed back by Emu pretty far right now. Still nothing. Throws it left corner, and that looks like it's going to be out of bounds. Never mind. Ninos. What a catch. Very impressive. Let's get a replay of that here. Smalls, he was getting pushed back by Emu hard. Emu was really putting the pressure on there. And then got a man open. Almost overthrew that, but in reality, that was just a perfect pass. Well done by Smalls there to really showcase why he is one of the best quarterbacks this season. And now we've got him at kicker, another position that he's been excelling at this season, but that's going to be blocked. Surprising. Definitely going to help Missouri later as they are about to receive their first offensive drive this game. Then out of this Missouri offense, what have we kind of seen so far? You've faced them a couple of games, actually only one game, Michael. If you were even there, I completely forget, but
I was there, and I have watched them multiple times. It really comes down to how the quarterback play is, because the quarterback play is very hit or miss. If they've went through Bandits as quarterback, swapping in for Emu. Bandits did very well in that role, but we haven't seen him play since. And Emu has 14 touchdowns on 18 interceptions. Not a great ratio there. We'll see how he shows up today.
Very good point. Emu now backing up. He's definitely seemed to be more of a kind of, you'd say, facility quarterback, as he's got man short, does not take that pass. No pressure. He's going to run it. A well-timed decision there. Seems like he was mostly just getting those receivers as deep as possible to get him as much room for him to run. He gets taken down right about the 35. And let's pull up those stats again for Emu real quick, just to kind of get a preview of what kind of quarterback we're dealing here. And he's got half of the yards that Smalls had this season at 2,022. So just a year off, and he's going to run it again. If he can't use his arm, he might as well use his legs, and he's got a first down and a little bit more there. Down to about the 20.
Seems like there might be some miscommunications for Wisconsin. They haven't been rushing anyone this entire time so far.
Certainly, and you'd have to think, just judging by the chat here, that's mostly on their very new commit to the team, King Swift. I'd say do it once again. Emu now at the 5, looking to get in, and he's in for the touchdown. What a dive there from Emu, and this is now a tied game. But yeah, let's get a preview here. There's absolutely nobody rushing at all, and we've got King Swift over there in the right corner. He had a man. Seems like there were just two people in the middle, not really doing quite much anything there. Now Missouri, they're going to go for 2 here. Can't say I'm too surprised, judging by how we've seen some kickers this season. Got a man on the right. They're going to throw it, and it's caught in the end zone. Seems like we got an OTO, but I don't think it was called too quick. Looks like the ref is not going to count that, so we're going to redo that. A little bit of miscommunication there between the ref and it looks like the Wisconsin offense. They're now down a man, waiting for him to rejoin. And you've got to think this is very much of a unbalanced matchup, just seeing how deep Missouri's bench is here with guys of the likes of Rain, Cheese, and then we've got Ucfl. I don't know how else to pronounce that, so.
I believe that is how you pronounce it.
It's close enough. Looks like we're going to be under OTO again real quick here. And let's see how Smalls performed earlier this season against Missouri. I have to pull up those stats real quick. But I believe he was barely able to kind of sneak out of that game. Not one of his best games of the season. Went 36 for 76 with 964 yards and then 5 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. So still quite a high game if you're going to kind of count those stats there, but not one of his best to say the least. Then on
yeah, but you know, I mean, his best are a lot higher than a lot of the other QBs.
Yeah, definitely very easy to say, and especially when you look at kind of the opposite end of that game where it was Emu at quarterback once again. He went 30 for 64 with 604 yards and then 5 touchdowns and 5 ends apiece. And you kind of got to look, that was probably one of his better games this season, whereas a game much better than that was one of Small's worst.
Absolutely.
Still under official timeout here. Missouri with the lead early, though, here in the first quarter. And there's a lot more on the line here than just the conference championship. Obviously, the playoffs are coming soon next week. And we're looking at this opportunity for Missouri here to take down the only undefeated team left in the league right now, Wisconsin, who are currently 5-0. Let's get a nice close action replay of this action going on with the quarterback here. Still no 4th player from Wisconsin.
Yeah, what's going on here, bro?
Oh shoot! In-game interviews.
In-game interview.
All right, let's. In-game interview with Missouri's quarterback Emu. Got us through kind of that first offensive drive for you and how you were able to capitalize and take the lead early here.
Well, I kind of noticed that their player was not listening to them and nobody rushing me. So I told all my receivers to go to the end zone and then I ran it for 40 yards. And then the second play, once again, their player wasn't listening. So I just ran it and then I ran it a 3rd time for the tutty. Their 4th player just got here, so I'm going to head out.
Sounds good. Appreciate your time.
Is he on their team? I haven't seen him before.
Is he?
Jordan Travis.
He may be. I don't see him in the stats anywhere. He might just be a walk-on.
Well, considering he's hesitating, I don't really think so.
He's TJ. No. All right, I'll see you guys.
See you.
Oh, okay.
All right, it looks like we've got a first-time player in the conference championship game here, and Jordan Travis for the Wisconsin Badgers, as we're going to finally get this time in back. Smalls now with a fresh set of 30 seconds on the play clock. 1st and 10 at the 25. See if he ever chooses to snap it here. Players all lined up.
I think he may not have the football. I don't see a football.
Oh, there we go. I think he had it. It was just hiding under his arm. Not the greatest formation.
Then maybe. Tucked it a little early.
Yeah, and Smalls with a deep throw to Ninos. Can he get there? The best cornerback in the league on the best wide receiver in the league. And the wide receiver prevails in that situation. Down to the 18-yard line for the Wisconsin Badgers.
Yeah, not the kind of play that you want to see if you're a cornerback. Just coming up too early.
Very tight coverage as well as Smalls. The throw to the end zone is just offline. But yeah, definitely. That was very tight coverage. What a spectacular grab by Ninos there, to say the least. All the Wisconsin players on the left side of the field here. We'll see if they kind of branch out. Smalls looking still towards the left. Back to the right now, then again to the left. Getting really forced back here by Emu. And throw to the end zone looks to be a bit too high, and it's caught out of balance by Barbecue. But that will be falling for an incomplete pass there. 3rd and 10 once again, and Wisconsin was in this situation about 5 minutes ago. See if this result is any different. Smalls with the snap. All receivers kind of well covered. Had a man in the middle there for a second. Didn't take it. Now looking for Joseph. And Nino steals that pass away, and he's in for the touchdown. Wisconsin, once again, able to score, and now it's 12-8. You got to think. You think they'll take a 2-point here? You think they're just going to play it safe and take a field goal?
You know, knowing Wisconsin, they haven't really been in this situation before, but it appears they're going for 2.
Interesting call. And we got a lot of blocks in the middle. Thought he was going to run it there for a second, but a quick chip off to Ninos, and that completes it. Well executed play by Wisconsin.
Yeah, it looked like there might have been a miscommunication among Missouri defenders because 2 of them were just caught in between.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely saw all those players up in the middle and probably assumed run in that situation, but good play calling there by the Wisconsin head coach. Here's a kickoff now with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Missouri, they're going to get this ball, receive it pretty shallow in their own end zone, and bring it all the way back. Love Cam with the carry. And he gets absolutely plowed by Ninos. My goodness, down at the 15-yard line.
Not the kind of return you want to start the drive.
Absolutely not. And we've seen a lot of returns this season go all the way, so you got to really think that's a time to capitalize on that moment. The throw to Barbecue, it's short, and he catches it, but I believe he dropped it. Yes, he did. 2nd and 10 now. Barbecue a bit slow to get up there. Still looking, a lot of pressure coming now. And throws it to Pat Mahomes. Jazzy not able to catch that. That's surprising. I would say from one of the best receivers this season. Wasn't able to come down with it. Now 3rd and 10 at their own 15. Looking again, trying to run some slant routes. Gets it to Barbecue, and he's not able to come up with it. 4th and 10 now. Looks like they're going to punt. Doesn't seem like they have much of a choice. But you got to say, a team that's really seeing more receivers shine than quarterback. That drive was mostly just the receivers not making plays there. Travis now, he trucks a man, and he is tackled at the 35-yard line.
This is some players here in those nowadays.
For sure. Wisconsin. Smalls dropping back. Looks like he's going to take a run here, and he does. Emu not able to pull up with the tackle. He's got the first down and more at the 15. Tackled down right around the 18. Wisconsin doing a very good job so far to defend that #1 spot. But a lot of games still left to play. Here's the snap. Still looking. Good pressure from Emu. Throws that, and it's once again caught. Joseph with the touchdown. And what a dominant first quarter from Wisconsin here. As we're looking at a 20, soon to be 21-8 game.
Well, I wouldn't lock that in as we saw earlier, but
yeah, absolutely. Looks like Wisconsin going to go back to their kicking ways here for the PAT. Smalls, this one. He's going to be able to get it up in the air this time, and it is right through the uprights. Not as centered as he would have liked, but good is good. 21-8 now with just over a minute left in the first quarter. And it's looking like we're going to have a pretty high-scoring game, judging by what we've seen so far. What's your guess there?
yeah, I mean, it just depends on how these defenses adjust. They've had some sloppy plays on both sides defensively, and it's just a matter of getting more well-organized as a group and locking down those receivers and running lanes.
Absolutely. I will say, even though Wisconsin's winning this game, their defense has not looked that strong. It's mostly just been offensive mistakes, as Barbecue catches that and dives all the way back to the 5-yard beyond the line of scrimmage there. So quite an interesting play there. Seems like he had the first down, but now it is 2nd and 4. Emu once again looking. Lots of pressure, and he's taken down all the way back at the 10. What a sack from the new player, Jordan Travis, in his first game. All the way backed up now. 3rd and 23, one of the longest looks of the season. It looks like Jazzy is going to be the O-line here for Emu. He's going to throw it over the middle. Barbecue, what a catch. Right at the 50. He got it right over Small's head. Incredible throw from
onto it too.
My goodness. That was an incredible throw and an incredible catch there. One of the best we've seen this season. Emu once again over the middle. That one a little bit short, and it's intercepted. The quarterback, Smalls, making a play there on both defense and offense we've seen so far. Let's look at this replay here. Emu, he just seemed to kind of force that ball in the middle there, and there was just nobody there to really kind of make that play safely. Not the greatest of decisions from the quarterback, and we've seen a lot of that from him this season. Smalls now.
Yeah, not where he wanted it neither. Not as deep as he'd like.
Absolutely. And this is a deep ball. My goodness, and Joseph, he catches it, and he isn't going back all the way to the end zone, maybe, if he ever decides to go in. My goodness, this Wisconsin offense is dominant, to say the least, right now. And it's just deep throw after deep throw, too. Beautiful ball from Smalls, but even better of a catch from Joseph. And that'll bring us to the end of the first, I believe. Actually, the game will let them take the BAT first. Smalls gets it up, and that is right through the uprights. Another extra point that's good for them. I think they've taken more PATs than Missouri has offensive plays at this point.
Yeah, you know, Wisconsin, one of the only teams to kick it a lot. I think they would double the next contender in extra point attempts.
Absolutely.
Kick-wise.
Yeah, they were really the only ones kind of willing to drop the risk of 2 points and put a lot of trust in their blocking, which says a good amount about their teams. We see Lovecam, he brings that out to the 25-yard line. Bit better of a return than he had last time. Let's see if Emu can kind of lock in here and bring his team back to a little bit of a better standpoint. And short throw to Lovecam, he grabs that, tucks it, and he's down right about the 37. First and 10 again from right around the 40-yard line. Emu dropping back. Jordan Travis still rushing. He's got some good pressure. The throw short, and it's caught. He hold on to that?
He held on to that.
My goodness. He got plowed. I didn't think he'd hold on to that. Emu once again.
Did a great job tucking it first.
Absolutely. That was a very well-timed tuck. Another throw. That one also seemed quite a bit risky, a little bit behind Lovecam there, but he still came down with a catch. Lovecam really showing up this game. Emu once again dropping back, looking for a man short of Pat Mahomes. He gets it, but he cannot hold on to it. Ninos with a nice pop there.
And a big focal point of defense. You got to get to the wide receiver early, make sure he can't tuck it.
Absolutely, and we've seen that a lot this season too, just with people adjusting this game. Another throw short to Pat Mahomes. Looks like he got the first down, maybe a yard more.
No,
maybe not, 30 inches.
Oh, he got knocked back a while.
Good defensive play there. It looks like this entire team is just going to block for Emu here, and he's got a little bit more than a first down, a lot more than a first down, and he is in the end zone for a touchdown. What a play. Great team chemistry there to get those blocks down. Absolutely nobody on that right side to even try to stop him, really. Barely got in the end zone, too. Taking a 2-point here. Emu dropping back again, trying to bring this game a little bit closer. Still looking for a man. Everybody kind of on this left side of the field right now. Emu's right. Looks like he'll finally throw it to the right, and Lovecam not able to come down with that. Joseph actually came down with that. Interceptions don't mean much on PATs, but good for stats, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we see Lovecam and Joseph arguing here. They've been yapping at each other all game long. It seems like this is a bit of a rivalry between the two.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I said earlier, we've definitely seen a lot of kind of beef and a lot of anticipation about this game starting to queue up in the last 24 hours. But to say the least, I think Lovecam's honestly gotten the better of Joseph so far, just with the way he's moving this team downfield and making plays. Not to discredit any of Joseph's catches so far, especially that one touchdown from about 70-yard pass from Smalls, but we'll have to see how that develops going in further into this game.
It's also worth knowing that they're both covering each other, so however much they allow is also on them.
It's a very good point. Smalls once again backing up. He's going to throw it. A great burn by Ninos, and he's able to come down with a catch. Once again, Emu giving chase, not able to tackle. And it is just play after play after play for Wisconsin right now. They're really moving on offense. Everything seems to be clicking. Not a great spiral there.
The two different defensive styles right now. Missouri seems more prepared for the short pass, and Wisconsin's definitely going for the long ball. We see Missouri not really covering that short pass too well.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to see if any of these teams can really start making adjustments here. Smalls another PAT. That one is sky high and barely in. Almost at the left upright there, coming back down, but able to sink that one in. 35-14 here. See if we can await the kickoff. In the meantime, let's update you on some actual college football scores because I've been meaning to check these myself. Michigan currently winning 10-0 against 16th ranked Iowa. It's about 9 minutes left in that. Iowa's got the ball. And Louisville FSU is tied with at 3-3 with 7 minutes left in the third. Anyways, back to Lego football. We've got Emu, not a great return there. He's going to take the snap here though. Not a lot of pressure here from Travis. He's got a lot of time to throw. Looks like he's going to go short at Barbecue. And almost picked off from Smalls. My goodness, he gave a great effort there. Able to get that tackle, though, right around the 25. Backing up once again. Gets the throw off. That one looked a bit under, but still an amazing catch. And he was...
And he held onto it.
Absolutely. Through that roller coaster of a catch on his way down, too. Incredible play from Jazzy there, and a throw that didn't look like it was going to be much of a catch. A lot of blocks here. Got to think Umu's going to run it. He takes it, doesn't tuck it, and lucky to hold on to that ball there, but gets it about 5 yards. Looks like 6. 2nd and 4 here. And Emu really having a better running game than he has passing. I think most of that being because of the lack of Wisconsin defense. Is a deep throw here. What a catch! Oh my goodness, that one's worthy of a replay. My gosh, that'll be Missouri's 3rd touchdown. Emu backing up to throw, and here's that Joseph and Love Cam beef we see again. What a burn and a even better catch there. Wow, what a play. That's probably one of the best plays we've seen this game so far. A lot of good plays this game. Emu backing up for the 2-point. No pressure at all here. He's got all day. Throws it short, and he's able to get in the end zone. Tripped up, but able to fall in. Looks like Missouri might be trying to get back into this game here. You think they can pull close enough to tie before the half, or you think it's still going to kind of stay with a little bit of a deficit?
Well, so far it's been the Wisconsin show. That touchdown might have been an attempt to adjust to Missouri's tendency to pass short, but clearly didn't work, and we'll see how the defense can adjust their future plays.
For sure. And looks like Wisconsin, that was probably their first chance to return a kick this game, but they seem to need in the end zone there. And Smalls once again returning back at quarterback, trying to extend this lead and get another deep ball off here. He's already looking deep, but he's got a man over the middle. Not going to take it. Joseph hits a comeback. Once again throwing deep. That one looks well over, though. Nobody going to get a hand on that one. And with Smalls throwing all these deep balls, do you got to think that there's any concern there? Or do you think that this is a good play calling for this Wisconsin offense?
Well, look, you know, it's a good play call until Missouri adjusts. They haven't changed their style any much. See, they allow a lot of leniency on the deep ball, and you see it again on that play, even though it was incomplete. Gave him a lot of space.
Yeah, most definitely. It looks like Smalls, he looked like he was going to run there for a second, but doesn't. 3rd and 10 now. A lot of pressure on this play. Looking for a man. He's got one short, and he's not able to make a catch. My goodness, what a lucky break for the Missouri defense there. He was wide open, but that ball just a little bit too low. Pretty rare to see a misplaced ball from Smalls there, and such a dominant quarterback season. Punt very deep here.
No.
Oh boy, this is going to be fun to watch. And Mahomes bringing it all the way back from the 2. And he's still getting around and brings it well out to about the 34. I'm sorry, you were saying?
You saw in that play there, it was a little bit of a badly placed ball, but that was still catchable. We've seen a lot of bad wide receiver plays so far in this championship game.
Yeah, most certainly, as we see Love Cam. And he still seems to be kind of really dominating this Joseph matchup he's got, as he's going to go much farther than just that first down. And once again, who seems to be wide receiver 1 in this conference championship game, scores again, and this is now just a 1-score game suddenly. Comes back short here, and then Joseph just makes a mistake of diving there. That's just the wrong play call. You got to kind of stay up in those situations where you see a guy hitting those comebacks so you can be ready to make that tackle.
Hey, you know, you see Angels running a lot of like optional routes. He can go deep if you're covering the short. He can go short if you're covering the deep. It's a very good job to adjust to how the DB's playing.
Yeah, most definitely, as we see Emu trying to take the 2-point, and looks like he's going to go for Angels again here, and he's able to get in. Looks like he's out, but I don't know if we get a replay on 2-point conversions. We do. Let's kind of get a closer look at that there. He was all the way on the right side of the field, came all the way left in the middle there, and then he just had a lot of room. Wasn't where that ball wanted to be, but yeah, he was most definitely in the end zone. Good play, good catches from Lovecam on that drive. But yeah, you got to think, as you were saying, with the optional routes that they're running, there's got to be a lot of good chemistry there between Emu and Angels there, just with that communication. So you got to think that Missouri is able to kind of lock in here and start to fully set themselves forward now that they've got that communication down.
For sure, you know, chemistry is a big advantage that Wisconsin has. It's been the same group of guys for most of the season. They've gotten used to each other.
Absolutely, and even with this new guy that they've just brought on, Travis, he's been doing a good job, as we see a throw short here. Joseph able to catch that, and Jassy seems to be going in this time here, taking down for the tackle right around the 50. And now in a situation like this, you got to start watching clock with just over a minute to play. Still a lot of time to score, knowing how this Wisconsin offense has executed their passing plays with a lot of deep balls, but again, looks like they're going to go short, and Joseph not able to get a hand on that one. Drop short. Stops the clock there, and it's going to be 2nd and 10 from right around the 50. Smalls coming back with the snap. And a lot of good coverage here from their cornerbacks. One of them's going to have to hit a comeback here, I think. And we see that over on the left side here from Joseph. Able to catch it, and ooh, had a good chance for a lot of good yardage there after that PKO, but just landed right on him.
Yeah, unfortunate spot to land there. You don't want that.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're seeing a little over 30 seconds on the clock now. A bit of a sense of urgency in this Wisconsin offense, trying to get a score off. Ooh, it's going to be Smalls left. He throws it to Joseph. What a catch inside of the end zone. Still guarded by Barbecue. Seems like they're kind of switching a lot of their cornerbacks to cover him, but he's definitely been their wide receiver 1, if not Minos, so far this game.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of DBs tried to adjust there. You see him shading off to that side, but he couldn't read the cut in time and just got cooked on it.
Yeah, most definitely. Smalls again with the PAT. Gets it up this time. And far to the left once again, but he's still able to make that one in. 42-30 now, and Missouri, they're going to have to kind of change their play style here just to have a chance here late in the half. Kind of seen a lot of short balls from them, but knowingly that they can probably throw this one deep and hopefully get at least in field goal range, you'd think. Lovecam going to take the squib here short. Able to break one tackle, but he's down right around the 35. 18 seconds left in the second half here. Emu back to snap. 12-point game. Nobody rushing, and Emu going to take advantage of that, surprisingly, with such little time in the quarter, but looks like he's going to get well in field goal range. Not able to get out of bounds there, and they're going to have to use a timeout. Emu, team captain, is going to take that timeout. Missouri takes a chance to regroup here. Let's look at kind of some of the game stats so far from both of these teams. Passing-wise, we've got Emu. He's 18 for 30 with 374 yards, whereas on the opposite side, you've got Smalls, who's 22-38 with 786 yards. And Emu, however, has 2 rushing touchdowns with 248 yards running, so not too far apart for both of those guys. Still probably good 100-yard difference, but very early here in this game, and Smalls already has nearly 800 yards. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on, especially for the Heisman race. Seems like it's OTO here. Wisconsin is short one player.
Jordan Travis appears to have gone missing, and Missouri would like that official's timeout too, because Emu has something to do in the meantime.
A bit of a lucky break there for Missouri. Kind of wish that happened a little bit earlier so they wouldn't have to have used one of their timeouts to stop that clock there. They would have just gotten the official one from the refs, but with 7 seconds left, I doubt you'll be using both of those timeouts. Bit of an interesting battle, though.
I mean, every yard matters when you're kicking field goals, but I can't imagine they just want to run up the middle for 2 more yards and call timeouts each time either.
Yeah, very good point. There's only so many yards you can really kind of gain, and not even 7 seconds. It'd probably be 5 or 6 before they could really stop that clock. So I would not be surprised to see a deep shot towards the end zone here. But speaking of small quarterback play, and
yo, guess who's back?
Oh my gosh!
You have to be so loud.
Sorry, I'll just turn my mic down.
Honestly, I don't even know how the mics have been kind of going. Yo, chat. I can't believe I just said that. Chat, let's get a preview.
Your mic was very quiet when I watched the stream.
Mine or Michael's?
All of yours.
All right, I will turn mine up then.
Well, maybe you could just turn up the stream.
So how long do they have to get a 4th player?
Official rules don't really exist, so.
Oh. Folo's joining?
Yeah.
All right, Folo's actually a really good D lineman, so I'm a little scared of him.
Maybe use somebody to block for you. That'd be kind of crazy.
Oh, but then they're gonna. I just don't want a blocker. I'll be fine.
Valid, I guess.
I just want to say, like, we're actually coming back. Like, we were losing by 4 touchdowns. Now we're only down by 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a good game to watch from both of these teams so far. But yeah, no.
I've been selling, but it's okay.
Keep it interesting, at least. Honestly,
at the very start, my teammates dropped 3 open passes in a row, and I started screaming in the VC. I was so mad.
That first drive was not on you, or second drive, or whatever.
No, but my team was like, Emo, I'm open, pass to me. And then when I do that, they just fucking,
Yeah. I mean,
well, I respect all of them. They're all hella chill. They're all good. We're coming back, so I'm excited for this game.
Mid-game interviews go crazy here. Seems like you gotta return back to your VC though, as they've got their 4th player.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'll see you guys when they need a 4th again.
Sounds good. See. I like how he's already anticipating that they're gonna need a 4th player once again. And a little bit of an early hike there, but Wisconsin said they were good. Looks like they're not even going to bother to rush, knowing that there's only, 0 seconds now left in the clock. Emu going to look deep here, anywhere in the end zone that he can get it. Probably this left side, if not, maybe the middle. Yep, right down the middle. That pass a little bit short, though, and it's intercepted, but it doesn't make much of a difference. So we are going to go into halftime at a 42-30 game. And what's your take on this game so far? Also, if you can move your mic a little bit closer to your mouth or turn up the volume a little bit.
I can't really because my mic's kind of in a fixed position, but
that is quite unfortunate. That's fine. I can mess with the settings here, see what I can do.
One of the key things here is that Missouri just has to adjust to Wisconsin's offense. I mean, they've threw a couple comebacks, but it's mostly been the deep ball. They've lived and died by it, and so far they've lived by it for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. And now that we're kind of seeing Missouri pick up on that, you think that they're going to kind of come out swinging here in this second half, or do you think they're just still kind of going to lay back for a bit and play that short game as they have been doing?
Well, you see, they started playing a bit of a deep ball game their own, but I think they know that the short ball's been working pretty well. I don't think they're going to try to force anything deep if they don't have to.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is going to be Missouri's ball here. Looks like it, yeah. It is going to... game is going to actually work for once and give them their ball. But you got to think, if they're going to start playing that deep ball game here every play, you got to really put a lot of trust in Emu, who's kind of just been a roster quarterback that return only after the 13-yard line. He really hasn't been anything else other than just playing his part on the team. He's got a man short here on the right sideline, not a lot of coverage there. Looks like he's going to go short to that comeback route, able to pick that up off the ground. Good catch by Lovecam. But yeah, we've seen Emu. He's just not able to put the ball exactly where he wants, and Missouri definitely looking for a quarterback here in the offseason to get a lucky transfer or commitment. And that's a deep ball that's very well placed, but Lovecam just not able to come up with a catch. Very good throw from Emu, though. He has shown a lot of promise this game, to say the least. But yeah, what's your take on kind of just his specific QB play so far and how he's been doing on these long balls?
Well, look, you know, a bit of an NFL comparison as we see a pick right there is Derek Carr. He has a lot of highlight plays, and then he has a lot of very, very bad rollout plays like that throw right there.
Yeah. It's definitely a very good comparison. And yeah, that was very much a low light play, to say the least. Smalls just, or Emo, I'm sorry, threw that a little bit too high there to his opposing quarterback, Smalls. Got to have a sense of victory there as a quarterback, knowing that you picked off your other quarterback's pass. And it looks like a rollout here. He's not going to be eligible for that rollout. I'm not sure it was called that, but they're going deep anyways. Nobody able to come up with that. But yeah, we saw Folo there. He's been a pretty much played only on the line this season, both for offense and defense, but pretty impressive as we see Smalls with all day to throw this ball. No pressure coming from really anywhere. Thinking he might run this. No, it doesn't look like it. That ball was pretty short, but Nino's still able to grab the catch. Well played. And yeah, I mean, that O-line is giving him all the space he needs to make these plays consistently.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a big factor so far in Wisconsin's season, as I believe so far this first one has been one of the only quarters that Folo's missed. He's been very reliable throughout the season.
Absolutely, yeah. Another PAT here. That one's more down the middle than Smalls. Has been kicking before, but that's got to be a sense of relief there, knowing that you can rely on that if you need to make a late-game field goal. But, yeah, we haven't really seen many field goal attempts this season. It's been a lot of just all-or-nothing offense, regardless of kind of how close these players are getting. But you got to think with Smalls on your team, you've got a much safer feeling knowing that you can kind of go for that field goal late, whereas these other teams, they don't really have a designated kicker, a designated guy to get that ball through the uprights. Emu once again looking to pass, and he does now have a blocker. He's going to run it, however, and he gets a fair amount of yardage and good blocks here too. One man to beat. He's got Joseph. He hurdles around him, but not able to get around. It's going to be down on the 35-yard line, so good gain from Emu there.
You know, one thing with the hurdle, you really got to commit. He didn't commit. He went backwards on it and didn't really hurdle anything but more air.
Yeah, that really just put him more in the thick of some of those defensive players. But he's got a man burning to his left now. Not going to take that throw, though. Didn't seem like there was enough space left on the field to fit that. And really, he kind of just threw that one in the grass there. It was definitely, you could tell what receiver he was throwing to, but not anywhere near him. Wisconsin calling for grounding. That was certainly not grounding. As here's another pass. Barbecue able to catch that and able to hold on to it again. Wow. Seen a lot of those plays there. Yeah, seen a lot of those plays from Barbecue where he's able to hold on to it and kind of come down with this ball more times than not. Now red zone. Barely in the red zone, I should say. And he's sacked all the way down at the opposite 40. It is now 2nd and 46.
I don't think he was just locked in on that right sideline there, and he couldn't get anything going. Just kept going back, praying for it, and didn't work out.
Yeah, and that was another great catch from Barbecue to give them a chance, and it's now 3rd and 8. You know,
it's right back up there.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this 3rd and 8, you wouldn't think that they just had about a 40-yard sack. You'd think it was just about to be a 3-and-out that throw. And nobody comes up with that. That just goes kind of right through them there. And it looks like they are going to take, what in the world? So, the Wisconsin kicker, or the Wisconsin player, I believe, was on the opposite side. And he grabbed the ball there. So, looks like we're going to see if the refs can kind of fix this here. A little bit of a game glitching there. Can't have a football game without a little bit of fun. Looks like the game has once again broke. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. A little bit of technical difficulties here for the stream, but let's focus. Who called that OTO?
Oh, okay. I think that was Trent.
Just gonna set the plague lock to 5, and let's see if this kind of figures itself out here. And it looks like, I think we got everything sorted out, but Missouri is going to go for it here. And a little bit of miscommunication there, but Lovecam able to get back in the end zone. And I think Wisconsin just didn't really know what was going on at all. And it was 4th down. Missouri just chose to go for the play. And Wisconsin seeming to be kind of brain dead here and not picking up on anything that happened in the past 20 seconds. Missouri going to take advantage of that. But here's Smalls with a pickoff on a PAT. And this could be a great opportunity for an extra 2 points here. Nobody blocking, or nobody even near him to make that tackle. And yeah, he is going to easily go all the way. That's
51-36.
Yeah, 51-36, I believe. I don't know how to do that math, but that's a 15-point game, so right above 2 scores, they're going to have to take a risk and go for 2 and convert one of those. And we've seen Missouri really just go for 2 after every touchdown here, so not too much out of their worry, but you gotta convert those consistently.
It is a little bit nice to have the breathing room to be able to just kick it twice and be able to take the lead. Instead, now they gotta go for it at least one more time.
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta think though, with Missouri, just they don't necessarily have a kicker, and I mean, with that being said, they kind of just don't take those risks as often, but it is definitely a nice benefit, especially for teams like Wisconsin, to be able to get away from that without having to force that ball in a two-point attempt.
Well, we see an important substitution here. Emu is coming off the field for Mr. Say Cheese.
That is very interesting. I did not catch that. Thank you for letting me know. Got to think that
that might just be a defensive substitution, but that may be
an
offensive
could be
one as well.
Yeah, not quite sure there. But yeah, that O-line not eligible, so they only really have 2 receivers on the field right now. But that's a deep ball. Barbecue, he's got a good eye on that and able to intercept that. That's a huge break for Missouri. My goodness, that throw was extremely low. Not a great ball there from Smalls. And it looks like Emu is going to sub himself back on for offense, so you were correct that it's just a defensive substitution. Got all of us wondering though there for a quick second. Seems like,
and we see more referee clarification on the rollout rules because it's an an O-lineman on Wisconsin has been rolling out repeatedly when he is not eligible to catch a football.
Yep, and as we see from Barbecue there, that was a very well executed rollout there, and he was eligible as a receiver, but that left Emu with no protection, and he just had to kind of throw that one away. Wisconsin begging for grounding, but it looks like they're not going to get it as Missouri gets the snap off in time. And Emu looking to run here. He's able to get away, gets a couple extra yards than I expected there. It's going to be about 3rd and 4. Yep. Still down. Big play here for Missouri. You gotta think this is probably 4-down territory if the game lets him go for it. But that one intercepted. Oh boy, that's a horrible place to intercept that ball, and Wisconsin's gonna be in the red zone here.
Yeah, we see a missed block there. I misread who the DE was, and just allowed way too much pressure.
Yeah, most definitely. And you gotta think for this Missouri offense, you think they're kind of losing faith in their quarterback, or you think they're as they make another defensive substitution here, Cheese is back in. You think they're going to kind of stay with him at least until this game ends?
Well, they don't really have a choice, you know. They don't have any other quarterback here that has actually thrown a football in a game before. So
yeah, that's a very good point. Joseph not able to hold on to that short field there. It's going to be 2nd and 10. But Missouri can really use the defensive stop here. I don't believe they've really gotten a single defensive stop this game. Actually, they got that one that was punted away, but still looking for a defensive stop. That ball, Joseph in the back end zone. What a throw from Smalls. Once again, they are really just, this offense is cruising right now, 57 to 36.
Yeah, that was a great throw there and just easy execution if you're the receiver.
Absolutely. And you got to think that Wisconsin might be attempting to go for what we've seen the most points in a single game has been, which I believe, ooh, that kick is blocked. Not great blocks from Wisconsin there. But you got to think that that's got to be a little bit of pressure for Smalls, who's kind of been all about the stats this season, trying to get his team really just the best team as possible on paper. But that current record, 71 by Oregon right now.
Yeah, we see, and this would be a lot more impressive. Oregon faced a very uncoordinated and walk-on build E team, F team for Syracuse.
Love came able to get that back out to the 50. Yeah, that Oregon one I wouldn't really credit as a scoring record, but definitely
it was far less impressive than this would be.
Yes, absolutely, especially against a team that. Oh, and Emu once again sacked. That's fumbled. The ball is out. Able to get back up in time, and he recovers it, but that's going to put him even farther back at the 20. And 2nd and 28 now. Looks like they're going to mark him at the 32.
Yeah, not going to give him the loss of yards, but man, rough scenes there for Emu.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a deep ball. Looks to be well placed. Maybe just a little bit too high there for Love Cam to get a good arm on. And that was 3rd and 28 in a situation where you really just cannot give up another offensive possession like this. But DeMarcus being a great pressure for that Wisconsin defense. And, man, another pretty well-placed throw, but the receiver's just not able to come down with it. As it is 57 to 36 now. It's 4th and 20. It looks like they're going to go for it. All the receivers stacked on that right side of the field. Let's see what Emu pulls off here. Looking deep. Great pressure coming from DeMarcus. He throws it, and it is going to be caught. Was he in? He might have been pushed back.
No,
he's...
Oh!
My goodness, that is... I would not be surprised if the refs try to review that, and it looks like a review is called. Man, that looked into me, but I don't know.
Yeah, we're going to have to take a look at this one.
Yeah, let us. I don't even know how to pull up the instant replays. I was messing with that before, so I'm just going to open my YouTube channel.
Or your own stream.
Yep.
That's what I've been doing for these.
Review that, and it looks like a review is called.
Let me skip ahead here.
Yeah, well, looks like they snapped it. That is, they're going to spike this. And that's a deep ball. They're going to have to call no again. Maybe just a little bit too high there from Love King to be a good arm. All right, let's get back to this stream here.
I get play.
And looks like we're not even going to get to replay because I have to keep going back to make sure Smalls doesn't get that snap off. And it looks like we're going to get a call here. And the ruling on the field is a first down, even though the ruling on the field was turnover on down. So I don't think Trey quite knows how to format those, but still, I think that is the right call. As we get a lot of refs agreeing, kind of in that team chat. So.
Yeah. Oh.
And that ball all the way back now. Not quite sure what's going on. It looks like they're just kind of gonna do a manual turnover here or spike it repeatedly. And I am going to change the time here for the game. Emu able to grab that east tackle. Did he drop that? I believe he did. Yeah, he did drop that ball, so they're going to have to do this all over again.
Let's make this 4th.
There is a change possession thing on the scoreboard. I just don't know how it works.
I don't think it does.
Yeah, Spider was using it one time. He figured out how to work it. I still have no idea. So I'm going to set the time on the clock to 300 to get this back to 5 minutes left in the 4th, because that's right around when that turnover happened. And as we know in these close games, especially the conference championship, every second counts. And looks like we have an on-field ref. Our very own Michael Conforto. Never mind, he's leaving. Unfortunate. Emu backing up to look for the pass here. He's got a man off to the left side who's really burning. That's underthrown. Able to grab it, though. That's going to be right on the 15. What a catch from Pat Mahomes. He read that was just a bit underthrown and able to kind of come back and make that catch there. A lot of blocks up the middle. They're definitely running this here. Emu already tucked it well behind the line of scrimmage, but he is taken down. Deep dive there from Joseph, but a good tackle there.
You know, all 3 people focused on just blocking one guy. A very coordinated play there.
Yeah, and that was read very well by Wisconsin. And that throw just a bit short in the grass there. 3rd and 6 now, but Wisconsin definitely read that play well, realized what was happening, able to make those blocks and make those tackles. Emu now looking right side, and it is not caught, I believe. It just hit the ground there. Nobody got a hand on that. So they are going to not go for it. Let's see if the Wisconsin offense, or defense rather, remembers how this is going to work out for them. So Wisconsin's still unable to really kind of understand what's going on here. They have a man wide open to the right side. And Emu late to make that throw, able to get the touchdown though. And that is, it seems that Wisconsin's miscommunication and just being dead brain has led them every single time to get that touchdown there in that situation. So good break from Missouri there.
You know, Wisconsin's just got to figure out what's going on ahead of time. Really use their brains and get coordinated.
Yeah, and in the end there, you really kind of just got to gather around, play football, and here's Barbecue. Good PAT there. That's going to get one of their 2 points that they needed. And actually, they only needed the one, as now it's going to be a, what's 7 plus 6? 13 points? Yeah, 13-point game.
Yeah, 13.
So Missouri able to kind of pull closer here. But yeah, you got to think for Wisconsin, they really just need to stop complaining and just start playing the game, because they're continuously kind of blowing these little leads that they make. And as we see Missouri going for an onside here, it's going to be going over here to the left. See who can grab that. Nino's the first one there, and it's recovered by the defense. Oh boy, this is okay. This is a game now. Great recovery from jazzy there. The soon-to-be Alabama head coach. That ball short to Lovecam, and he breaks one tackle, and that's going to be yet another Missouri touchdown, back-to-back, and this is very suddenly a one-score game again.
Yeah, we noticed the defender Joseph there gets tripped up, dives, and doesn't really get to him. Joseph's been the one doing most of the talking in that Angels-Joseph rivalry, but Angels has just let the play speak for itself so far.
Absolutely. And I would say, now I can certainly say he's definitely gotten the better of him so far. Here's Emo. Once again, going for 2 here. It's only a 7-point game. They kind of want to bring this a little bit closer. And just without a kicker, they can't take any risks. But that's going to be grounding. That's the only play I could probably really call grounding on.
It doesn't really matter, though, because...
Yeah, it's a PAT, so if Wisconsin wants their 5 yards on the kickoff, then they can take it. But it's going to be yet another onside kick again. Not surprised for Missouri with 3 minutes left. Let's see who can grab this one. Emu, the first one there this time. And once again, able to catch it, but it's fumbled. And I'm not sure who came down with
Angels
that.
got it.
I think Joseph got it.
No, Joseph got it.
Oh, but they're giving it to...
But they're giving it to Angels.
I think that one's going to go to Wisconsin. Let's see what the refs say. I think
we got to take a look at this.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at that real quick here, because I believe that was ended up in Wisconsin's hands.
It was listed as being Angels' ball. We'll have to see if it ever was Angels' ball and he got down before Joseph got it.
Yeah, let's take a look at the replay here and pulling it up once again. And yeah, that ball was fumbled. It said it said Lovecam got it, but it was in Angels' hands, I believe, or not Angels. It was in Joseph's hands. Who came down. Yeah, it looks like Joseph definitely was the one who came down with that. So the game definitely listed that as Angels' ball, but Joseph able to come away with that. So that's a lucky break for Wisconsin there. They fumbled that on just a huge collision of a lot of people there going for that ball. Here we're going to get the official ref announcement. Should not be anything more than what we said, and yes, it is going to be a recovery from Wisconsin. I need some water. I don't know where I have water, but seems like they're going to just do this manual.
Old-fashioned way.
Yeah. And I would set the clock, but it's only like 5 seconds, and this is a much closer game now. Where is my closest water bottle?
322.
All right, let's see. 3 minutes left now, just over 3 minutes. And with a game this close, this late in the game, it kind of makes you wonder if we're going to get our first overtime game of the season. And in the conference championship, what a treat that would be. Nobody rushing the quarterback here. Would not be surprised if he runs it. And instead, he's going to throw that to the end zone. Almost an absolute dime to Joseph. But and now it looks like we've got all 4 players for both teams on the field. Back underway here. It's going to be 2nd and 10. A stop here on defense would be huge for Missouri. Smalls was looking to run that for a second. He's going to throw this over to the right side. And Joseph able to come away with that catch, getting chased down by 2 Missouri defenders, and he will be taken down right about the 18-yard line. But Joseph seems like he's starting to kind of catch after a lot of defensive mishaps. Interesting formation here from the Wisconsin offense. Smalls, again, faking that run there. And throw deep. That is going to be held on by Ninos. My goodness. These guys are taking hits this game.
It's a good grab there.
Absolutely. And we saw Ninos just made that cut right, and Smalls read that perfectly. And he almost landed out of bounds, barely in the end zone for that one. But just well executed from both of those guys. And here's Smalls again with the PAT. Almost blocked. And it was going to be too many men, I believe, if that was caught, or if that was blocked. Emu back on once again for offense. See if he refreshes himself so he's not in a suit playing quarterback for the Missouri defense or offense. Here we go. And he's going to be right next to Patrick to return that. It's going to go well out of bounds, though. No chance there. And now 2:25 remaining with just a 14-point lead for Wisconsin. You'd think that's a lot, but in a game where we've seen just explosive offenses and a lot of sudden turnarounds, as we see a short pass there not picked up. I believe that was, yeah, it was Barbecue who wasn't able to get there. But a lot of explosive offensive plays. That lead isn't as big as Wisconsin would really like it to be, or as it seems. A lot of pressure coming from Fuller there. Ball seemed just a bit too high for Lovecam on that left sideline. Emu now dropping back to pass. He's got a lot of space this time. Still nobody blocking for him, and he throws that deep. That's going to be well over for anybody to grab, and it's now 3rd and 10.
And I have to wonder why they don't have a tight end chip blocking at least.
Yeah, at the very least, you want somebody coming in there just to hit that chip. Looks like Barbecue is going to do that this time. He rolls out to make himself a eligible receiver. Looking for that man short, throws it to Lovecam, able to come up with a grab, and that is a huge play on 4th down. He's going to have more than just the 1st down, though, at the 50. And can't say this is the first time this game. He's got one man to beat. Oh, it's just sidesteps into him down at the 20, though. That's going to be in the red zone, I believe. But, yeah, I can't say that's the first time this game we've seen a short play just go all the way to the end zone for Missouri. So that short ball definitely seemed to work with them now that they've stuck with that. Emu looking for anybody he can really find here. Deep into the end zone. Love came on Joseph, and that one intercepted. That is the first time, not the first time, but one of the few times late that Joseph has gotten the better of Lovecam. And that is in probably one of the biggest positions that it could have happened in, with just 1:28 minutes left and 14-point lead for Wisconsin. So let's see if they can just hold on to this ball, make smart decisions, and really, in reality, you just don't want Missouri to touch this ball again. But just under 1:30 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. ESPN FPI giving Wisconsin a win percentage of 99.9. As they throw the ball short to Joseph, he cannot hold on to it. Good pop there from Barbecue. And you really need this defensive stop here. I mean, this is not essentially your season, but it is definitely up there. Wisconsin, they've got Joseph guarded by 2, but they've got a burn on this right side. They're going to throw that direction. Emu on Ninos, and nobody able to come up with it there. Just under a minute now, 3rd and 10. This is the game. Smalls drops back, not a lot of rushing there. And he gets this ball short, thrown, and Joseph able to come up with that. And he's got all the space in the world right now. He's just going to walk that to the end zone. Would not be surprised if he might go out here just to keep their clock up. But it looks like he's going to take a selfish route and score here. Another Wisconsin touchdown, and they are just one PAT away from tying the score record.
Yeah, you know, you can't say that a 21-point lead is insurmountable in 42 seconds, but it would be very hard.
Yeah, absolutely, especially from this Wisconsin offense that we've really only seen, or Missouri offense that we've really only seen just kind of short plays and long drives. And Smalls will be going for 2 here to break the score record. A little bit of a kind of petty play, but just to put the salt in the wounds, and he's able to get it. Wisconsin in the conference championship game is going to break the score record. That's impressive, to say the least. A lot more impressive than Oregon's previous record, but that is going to make it a 72-50 game and probably really just put the icing on the cake here for Wisconsin.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, Missouri's going to go back out there and give it their all, because if they win this, they're probably locked into the playoff, but it's going to be hard at least.
Absolutely. And speaking of the playoffs, as we kind of get into the later stages of this game, this is not a good look for Missouri, especially knowing they're going to fall to 3-3. I just tackled him. I was way too low. So the turf monster, ladies and gentlemen, I better be getting credit for that tackle. But anyways, yeah, we see the playoffs. They're coming up here in just a few days, probably tomorrow. Actually, we'll have that field set, even tonight after the Syracuse Oregon game. But Syracuse, now the pressure's really on them knowing that Missouri suffered this loss. And Syracuse, that game coming up right after this, a win, and they're going to probably lock themselves in as Ninos makes another interception. And they didn't even need that 2-point. Wisconsin just rubbing salt in the wound.
Absolutely, and Missouri, they're just trolling around right now, but the voters ain't going to like the look of allowing maybe 80 points to Wisconsin in the conference championship game. If Syracuse wins, they might just be out of the playoffs.
Absolutely, and that's definitely something they got to keep their eyes on. Wisconsin, once again, taking the 2-point conversion. They've got all blockers up in the middle. Would not be surprised to see a run here. Smalls taking his time to snap this ball. Looks like they're going to split the offense. And that one's intercepted, but wishing they could have done that probably about 3 minutes ago. It's going to bring it still to a 78-50 lead. Good interception.
And, sort of just a prideful interception, not really doing a whole lot for their chances at this game.
Yeah, just kind of adding some stats and maybe taking a little bit off Small's Heisman case. But after a game like this where he's got, I believe, 1,100 yards passing, you really got to think that there's not much left. Emu now kind of trying to give Missouri anything they got left. And, I mean, a touchdown doesn't seem like much, but anything to bring that lead a little bit closer to give them a bit more credibility to the UCFP committee is something wanted. Emu backing up with the snap. He's going to go all the way back and kind of throw that one in the middle. Nobody able to grab that. 7 seconds left on the clock here. Can Wisconsin? Not even can they. There isn't much left on the table here. Just a little bit of toss around now. Missouri.
Yeah, all they have left is a touchdown and hope that the committee doesn't dislike a 21-point differential as much as a 28.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're not even gonna see one, unfortunately, as another interception is thrown.
I have one question.
Oh my god.
I have one question.
What's up?
So, if Syracuse wins, do they get the slot over us, or do we put up enough points to stop that?
It depends on the game.
It's up to the voters. It's up to the voters.
Yeah, it's going to be...
Well, I mean, allowing the scoring record plus another touchdown is kind of embarrassing.
I'm not even a quarterback. Mizzou needs a quarterback.
That's why I'm coming next season, bro.
Yeah, Kenny, honestly, I'll let you quarterback if you want to.
Hey,
I do not want that.
If Syracuse makes the playoffs, I'm probably staying with Syracuse, but we'll kind of see how that turns out.
All right. Nah, bro, this barbecue guy, he was started yelling at me. And he's like, I'm not mad, but he's fucking talking about putting a gun to his throat because I kept underthrowing it. He got a little mad at me.
I'd say it's a bit more than a little, but that's just me personally.
That last minute in the game, I was just fucking around. I was just throwing the ball everywhere. It was fun.
The committee isn't gonna like that.
I also don't. I'm not here for the Robux. I'm just here to play.
I mean, honestly, there are a couple of people here for the Robux.
Smalls is here for the Robux. I know that.
I could just give Smalls Robux.
Yeah.
All right, I got stats, so that is going to bring an end on Missouri's season. They still got a shot here, but
yeah,
it's going to bring an end to our stream. Got a decent amount of tuning in.
Now the game to watch is just Syracuse versus Oregon, who, if Syracuse wins, they have a pretty good shot at the playoff.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if they lose, Missouri's in for sure.
Yep, so keep your eye on that one. I don't know if we're going to have a stream on that one. If we do, probably not going to be as high quality and as good as this one is, because let's be honest, we did an incredible job. So
and probably not on this channel.
Also true. So don't come here. But yeah, so appreciate everybody watching. We got a pretty decent amount of people watching. So from Michael and I, we'll see you whenever next we stream.
All right.
Good night.